I'd like to begin by thanking you, Maude, thanking you for coming to Australia, for your willingness to take our problems on as part of your fight. I actually had the pleasure of reading your keynote speech the other day from when you were in Sydney, and that night I was giving a short speech at a Sisters of the Planet launch about climate change around the world, and I was very pleased to be able to quote some of your words, especially to highlight how the issues are actually happening around the world, and your incredible list of the media in the last month. I think that for me that was a very strong moment, actually thinking of that, because I think in South Australia we talk about the Murray and the Coorong, and we live and we breathe it, and yes, it is critical. It is no more critical than anywhere else in the world, and I think just like we sometimes don't think of other places in the world, we assume that others think of us, but I'm not sure they always do. So probably one of the things that is most strong for me when we talk about water in Australia is that if we're not actually part of the solution, we're in effect part of the problem, and that's every single one of us. We all, I sort of made myself a list here of what we need to do around water, and I look at it and I think, it's around awareness, it's around education. Do we want to incentivise good change? Do we want to regulate change? At what point do we need to legislate change? And how do you achieve all the right mechanisms at the right time? And in the end, I can actually only come up with one answer, and that is for people to keep talking. People to keep talking, not just to the people who want to talk about these problems, but to your neighbours and to the people in the lift and the people in the street, because in the end, it's talking about things that you build that groundswell, that you actually move forward. We all have different parts to play in bringing about solutions, and we need to emulate those different parts in how we actually work. One of the questions that constantly is something that constantly I'm querying, and that is, if we wanted to take the environment out of the political sphere, what would our ecosystems look like if we made value-based decisions? Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to particularly pay a welcome to Maria Rydell, sitting down